There are some animals out there which may be mistaken for a thylacine.
For sure. Particularly by someone who is not that familiar with this environment.
That's right. Straight off, there's the domestic stuff like dogs.
Yeah.
You've got a case of convergent evolution where
Absolutely. Yep.
these guys look very similar. Then you've got other things like quolls.
Yep. You can spotted tail quoll get much bigger than what people imagine.
Yes,
Morphologically pretty similar, same sort of gape and gait.
They're even called tiger cats.
For sure.
And their heads, their faces look very much like a thylacine. And having hand raised them,
yep.
I just think hand raising little baby thylacines, or a man can dream.
Yep. Well,
anything else?
I don't know, but just on that, I knew a guy who was a cameraman for documentary filmmaking, and he once said to me that they were up in a chopper and it was snowing, Central Highlands, Tasmania. They saw some footprints, they honed in on the footprints just in a chopper from above, they saw an animal moving, and he went, bam, this is it, thylacine. And when they landed and when they got closer, it was tiger quoll, spotted tail quoll. So it's obviously possible to mistake tiger quoll and thylacine.
Similar colour, except white spots instead of black stripes.
Yep. Okay, the one that I've been thinking about a bit lately is that you do occasionally see a fawn morph of the Bennett's wallaby.
Okay.
And Bennett's wallabies, they're about yay big. They would have been probably the main prey of the thylacine, lived in the same areas. They do pretty well in alpine and sort of rough terrain. I don't reckon it's out of the question that when a Bennett's wallaby is low, tail out, moving through thick undergrowth, that's what people could see and think thylacine.
I'll tell you another experience I had. I was at my home I used to live on an acre of land out of the farm, and I saw just a fleeting glimpse of what I thought was a brush-tailed possum. Mm-hmm. Just for an instant I saw it, brushy tail, everything was exactly as grey.
Yep.
It was a grey cat.
Wow, okay.
So what happened, it was actually my grey cat, I had that. I thought, it's sort of like I got a fleeting glimpse, my mind built up all the rest of the imagery.
Filled in the blanks.
Filled in all the blanks,
so
I didn't get a proper glance. I was just like out of the corner of the eye.
Yep.
I thought, well, there goes the brush-tailed possum. What's it doing going into my house?
Well, so basically on that, what you're saying, realistically, people might not be seeing anything. They might just be seeing...
Well, I'm saying, if they see a blonde wallaby just for a glimpse, and you sort of see a tail and the back can just move.
Wow.
And it's gone, it's disappearing.
And with the sort of almost mythology, like the enigma of thylacine that's built up over the last sort of few decades, if you can't instantly identify it, people just go, boom, thylacine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I guess, UFO sightings, a lot of things, if you don't get a really long sighting, your mind can fill in the blanks. So even if I sighted something just for like half a second which looked exactly like a thylacine, I would have to question myself.
For sure.
I would not just go on the sprint for that. I probably might make my sceptometer sort of drop down a bit. But unless I really got a very good sighting for, say, more than 10 seconds or so, really looking at it, I would have trouble. I'd even question my own ability or my own way of looking at things.
What about an eastern grey kangaroo?
I think it's unlikely. Yeah, right sort of colour.
Yep.
No stripes, obviously, but yeah, it's possible somebody gets a fleeting glimpse of one of these guys. But the thing is, the social order of the greys to be in groups.
Yep.
So you see one, you see lots, and you go, oh yeah, no, it's just an eastern grey. I'm an idiot.
The colour, it's an interesting point. Like, we did that experiment that looked at coloration, and I've been reading a little bit of sort of historical evidence just recently about maybe the idea that the typical thylacine was darker than what people imagine.
Okay.
So colour's going to be a difficult one.
Well, probably like the Eastern Grey, the actual background colour of that would be a good
Yep.
colour for thylacine.
Yep.
But as I say, with Eastern Grey, you can sort of say, oh, what's that, a thylacine? No, there's a whole bunch of kangaroos. I'm a twat. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be, you're not going to misidentify that. But whereas a wallaby,
Yeah, for sure.
one single quick fleeting glimpse, it's gone.
Yep.
You don't see anything else around.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that could be mistaken.